Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for October 08, 2025. First, peace talks between Israel and Hamas are underway, with U.S. envoy Steve Whitfield and Jared Kushner joining the negotiations. The proposal on the table aims to bring an end to the conflict in Gaza with a surge of humanitarian aid and the release of hostages. We'll continue to monitor this developing story and provide updates. Next, President Donald Trump and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney met at the Oval Office yesterday to discuss the ongoing trade dispute between their nations. The talks come amidst rising tensions over tariffs, but both leaders appear committed to finding a mutually beneficial solution. The stakes are high, with the fate of U.S.-Canada trade relations hanging in the balance.
Walter, and then shall know what's right now. Firstly, we're looking at the situation in Gaza, where Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has been denounced to the International Criminal Court for alleged complicity in genocide related to Israel's offensive. This comes amidst widespread protests across Italy and Europe, with hundreds of thousands of people condemning the mass killings in Gaza. Secondly, we're focusing on the Trump administration's plan to deploy troops to Chicago, which has been met with resistance from local authorities.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm Louie, your host today. We've got a few stories to cover this morning, so let's dive right in. First up, we're still waiting to see what the Fed will decide on interest rates later today. Our team has been analyzing the possibilities, and we'll bring you updates throughout the day. A rate cut could give the economy a boost, but it also risks fueling inflation. We'll be keeping a close eye on this story. Next, we're looking at retirement planning and some common regrets that retirees have shared in a recent survey. It seems many wish they had spent more during their early retirement years or prioritized their health earlier in life. Our financial experts have some practical advice to help you avoid these regrets. We'll be sharing more on this story later today.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we look back at the historic encounter between the European Space Agency's Mars Express and ExoMars missions with Comet 3I Atlas, a rare interstellar visitor to our solar system. This comet is believed to be one of the oldest ever observed, potentially dating back over 3 billion years. As scientists continue to analyze the data from this encounter, we may uncover new secrets about the formation of our solar system and the possibility of life beyond Earth. In other news, a rogue planet has been discovered growing at an astonishing record rate, offering insights into the mysteries of planetary formation. We'll be keeping a close eye on this story as more information becomes available.
Thank you, Carl. I'm your host, Howard. We've got a lot to cover today, so let's dive right in. First off, we're coming off an exciting weekend of football, and our local team, the Ada Cougars, are gearing up for their next matchup after a thrilling win. But that's not all. We've also got some big news from the world of professional sports. Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, has been fined $100,000 by the NFL for making an obscene gesture towards fans during a game. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, come on, it was just a joke. But let me tell you folks, as a role model and leader in the league, Jones needs to keep it classy. And speaking of class, we've got another story that's got everyone talking. Former NFL All-Pro wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we looked at the impact of technology on our lives with a focus on AI-driven innovation. We explored how these advancements can bring about benefits such as fairness, balance, and inclusivity, but also emphasized the need to prioritize these values to ensure that everyone has access to the advantages they provide. In Ireland, a contentious housing development in Dublin has sparked outrage among local residents, who are concerned about the demolition of family homes and community gardens. The proposed project has raised questions about the balance between development and community needs, and will continue to monitor this situation as it unfolds. Finally, we reported on a disturbing case of sexual assault and rape in Galway, Ireland, where a teenage boy was convicted of assaulting a 12-year-old girl. This tragic incident serves as a stark reminder of the importance of supporting survivors of sexual violence and promoting education and prevention efforts to prevent such tragedies from occurring in the first place. These stories highlight the complexities of the issues we face in our communities, from technological advancements to social justice and human rights. As we strive to create a safer, more compassionate world for everyone, we must approach these topics with sensitivity, respect, and a commitment to promoting positive change. Thank you for joining us on this evening's edition of the AI Daily Press. Until next time, good night. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan's Dreams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, we've got the scoop on the latest must-have products for a stylish you. From bespoke rugs to bespoke hairstyles, we're talking about what's hot and what's not. And trust me, darling, these products are sure to deliver. Next, we're shining the spotlight on Ernesta, the luxury rug brand that's revolutionizing the home decor industry with its quick turnaround custom rugs. With a hybrid model that combines online customization with in-person showrooms, this brand is one to watch. And finally, we're talking about Sabrina Carpenter's Grand Ole Opry debut, which was an absolute game-changer. The pop starlet brought her signature sound to the iconic stage, blending country twang with her own unique style. It was a moment that will be remembered for years to come, folks. That's all for tonight. Thanks for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Until next time, stay stylish, keep on shining, and remember, face it, darling, good music is good music, no matter what label you put on it. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David to Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, our investigation into the impact of dams on ecosystems revealed that these structures can have devastating effects on the environment, with many species facing extinction due to habitat disruption. We also explored the unintended consequences of human actions, such as the creation of thriving ecosystems in unexpected places, like the metal surfaces of dumped munitions in the Baltic Sea. Secondly, we shed light on the multi-million-dollar global trade in marine aquarium fish, which relies heavily on wild populations and often involves unsustainable methods. Our report highlighted the need for greater transparency in the supply chain and the importance of supporting well-managed wild fisheries and promoting aquaculture to protect threatened species. Lastly, these stories remind us that even in the face of environmental challenges and degradation, there is always hope for renewal and recovery. By making informed choices as consumers and supporting sustainable practices, we can help protect the world's precious marine biodiversity and preserve natural habitats for future generations. That's all for tonight's summary. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the fascinating and complex world of environmental conservation. Until next time, good night. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Atenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.